Personal branding, personal branding, personal branding. I know of recent you've been hearing these words together, personal and branding, for a very long time now, and of recent it's becoming a thing. Like everybody is developing their personal brand, coming up with strategies, personal brand strategies on how to increase sales for themselves, their businesses, and all that. Personal branding. So first of all, what is personal branding? In this video, I'm going to be talking about the 4 P's of personal branding. So first of all, let's understand what personal branding is. Personal branding, the layman definition, personal means you, a person, and branding means branding this you, a person, branding the person. Personal branding is a conscious effort of positioning an individual as an expert in their industry to create a public perception about the person, or to create a public perception about a message the person is passing. So personal branding basically is positioning yourself as an authority in your industry. Simple. So personal branding is not a new thing. It's not something that just started. It has been there way long ago. It's been there for like ages, and the likes of Steve Jobs, they were doing personal branding, and before Steve Jobs, a lot of people have been doing the personal branding thing. Okay, it falls down to both from the politicians, the business men and women, the everyday people. They do the personal branding thing to actually get that position in the industry as the authority in that industry. So I'm going to be breaking it down, the 4 P's of personal branding. Let's take, for example, a logo of a company. It's easier for you to remember the person's face than to remember the logo of the company. If you notice a business that, let me say, they use the logo of their company, the brand logo rather, they place that, just the brand logo on their marketing materials and also on their content, social media and everything, and they don't have faces behind this logo. It's not really, you don't feel that connection, like a human connection to the brand. But once if you compare that with a brand that has somebody having a face behind the logo, not just the logo, but a face or faces representing the brand, maybe the owner of the business, or maybe influencers, people that have the audience that the brand needs to represent that brand. You notice you have this human connection with that brand, and it makes it easier for conversion. It makes it easier for sales. And that way, you'll notice personal branding has actually converted you into a client. It has played its own role to convert you into a client. So you see, that's one of the benefits of our personal branding. So if you check out the likes of Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, and Gary Vee, Grant Cardone, Dan Lok, if you see them, they have their businesses on the side. They have so many other businesses. That's how it works. And they promote themselves to sell those businesses. Now, they don't just put it out there that, okay, come and buy, come and buy, come and buy. No, they share value. They create an experience around their product and services. They also share value to the audience, teach people what they already know, provide solutions to some problems that are existing, and that way they draw people close to them. If you check out their, let's say for example, their Instagram handles, Gary Vee has more followers than his own business, and also Grant Cardone, the same thing, has more influence on social media than his company. The same thing applies to Dan Lok, the same thing applies to the likes of Elon Musk and the rest of them, because people are kind of relating to them on a personal basis. Like they feel like they know them now. They somehow you see somebody every time and you feel like you know this person, you know what they can do, and you know what they can do. You just assume because you feel them while they talk. But if they're promoting their business as a business and they are not promoting their own self personally, it will have that effect on that downline effect, as people cannot reckon with the brand easily the way they are relating with the individual in their content. So basically, as a business owner, you should really take personal branding as a key thing to do to elevate your business from here to here. You might be operating maybe on this level and you're getting your revenue and all that, closing clients and all that, based on you are operating on just putting out just only your brand logo and your brand out there. You might be operating on this level, but then once personal branding is involved, you move from this level to this level and way higher, based on how you actually use your personal branding skill, like the marketing aspect and the content creation aspect of it. And not every brand actually use, let me say, the face of the owners of the business or the owner of the business to sell. not every brand. Some brands stick to their logos, but they use the influence of influencers, people that already have the audience that can resonate with their products and services. They can go out there. That's why you see brands going out there to sign ambassadors, sign influencers to promote their product and services. So that way, they are making use of the personal branding the influencers and the ambassadors have done already to sell their products and to convert clients, prospect to clients. So basically, the benefit of personal branding is actually endless. You can gain more and more and more than even what is already existing now. And the world is evolving. It's not a place that what works last week is the same thing that works this week. What worked last year doesn't work this year. We are evolving and it's super fast. And that way, it's easier for a business to actually go off the radar. You get? It's easier for the business to go off the radar, but it's not easy for somebody branding themselves because you're not attaching yourself directly to just one service or one product. You can attach to multiple services and products, and as the product evolves, you are also evolving. But those services that did not evolve, if you were sticking to it, definitely you're going to go. If you don't evolve, you're going to go with that service as they go down the drain. So I'll be sharing the 5 P's of personal branding. These are more like components that boost your personal branding and make you really visible and make people relate and resonate with your product and your services. Point number 1 is pitching. Pitching, the ability for you to convince people to buy, the ability for you to convince people to relate with your ideas, to buy your ideas, yes. So that ability, you have to have it as somebody growing their personal brand, because you can grow your personal brand and if you're growing it for revenue sake to sell, because not every personal branding is targeted to getting money. Some people just want to pass a particular message, maybe like climate change, maybe like gender balance and all these movements and messages around the world. People build their personal brand for different reasons, to make money, to pass their message across different platforms, to also resonate with people, to relate to people that they need to relate with, you get. So it depends on what you're pursuing, what's the purpose of your personal branding. Now, if your personal branding is targeted for sales, now you have to focus more on pitching. Pitching really plays a huge role because it's more like you convincing somebody to buy your idea, and you have to be very good with that. So pitching is a component that you need to actually use in your personal branding journey. So I move to the second point, which is publishing content. Publishing content as a business owner that is on the journey of personal branding, you just have to pay attention to those in the industry as well. They don't just put out one content and go off the grid and come back again like years after to put the content. They are steadily creating content, be it on social media, any platform, creates graphical content, video content, podcasts, articles, write articles. They make different kind of content, so their audience can always digest information and also relate with their updates, like keeping them updated on the different offers, different products, the evolution of their products, and different things that they can as well share. That way, the audience see you every day and they relate with you on a personal basis. They can talk to you on the comment section, go to your DMs, go to your offer pages and all that. They can talk to you based from your website, different platforms, and that way they're relating with you on a personal basis and they feel that kind of a human connection. So it's one thing you need to do. Never stop publishing content. You can create a schedule around it, maybe 3 times a week, 2 times a week, once a week, depending on how you can flow with it. It depends. So you work with that and boom, your personal branding will be on the next level. So I move to the third P, which is the product ecosystem. The product ecosystem, basically, I mentioned it earlier when I was speaking about products, how products evolve over time. You can have a product now. Okay, let's say, for example, Blockbuster was supposed to, if they evolved with the time and the technology and the way it is, they should have moved from just renting DVDs and movies to the Netflix of today. Netflix of today is really making everybody comfortable watching movies in their home. You don't need to go out there, rent movies. Back then, you go out there, you rent movies, you come back home, you play, you return them, and back and forth and all that stuff. So Blockbuster then is supposed to be Netflix now, but because of evolution, they did not evolve over time. Then Netflix took over and made it easier, and subscription even way cheaper, because even the rentals were really, really expensive back then. And the Netflix makes it way cheaper and more comfortable, and everybody is at the space of their home, the mobile phones. You can be in the train, you can be in the bus, in the transit, you can be at home, you can be at work, and you're watching your favorite Netflix series and all that. So that way, the goal still remains on watching movies, watching entertainment series and all that, but the medium in which we are watching it. Blockbuster was making sales from rentals. Now Netflix is making sales from subscription. So as the technology evolves, you also have to evolve. So as somebody on a personal branding journey, you are more like an Eiffel Tower. For example, I give an example for like the Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower basically, it's more just a symbol. The Eiffel Tower doesn't make money. It's just like a monument. It doesn't make money. But what makes money are the cafes, the hotels, the bars around the Eiffel Tower. They make money because this monument attract tourists, attract people, and then they sell it, their product and their services the way they want to. They make more money because they are positioned around the Eiffel Tower. So you are like the Eiffel Tower, and the businesses you have are like the shops and the cafes, the supermarkets and the bars around the Eiffel Tower. They are the ones that are going to stream revenue to your pockets and to your businesses. So you are more like the attraction, and you send the prospects to your businesses and they become clients. That takes me to the fourth point, which is profile building. You need to build a profile. What do I mean by that? You need to attend seminars. You need to be the person in the center stage. You need to attend TED Talks, different events that you are going to speak. You need to organize your own events, be it online, virtually, or physical events. You need to go there and win awards as well. You need to be on different platforms. You need to stand like an authority, in your industry. Show the people, teach the people, and don't just make it, these days it's easier to just fake it and just try to be on all these platforms, and you know genuinely that you don't have what to offer. Always have what to offer, because in the long run, you being genuine speaks for you, and it's long term than even you faking it and trying to see how you can just be on this platform but you have nothing to offer. It will show in the long run if you don't have anything to offer. So you should always have good values, things that people value to share and all that stuff. Be on magazines, press conferences and all that. So that takes me to the fifth P, which is partnership. Personal branding brings you opportunities from every corner. Brands want you to relate with them. Just as I mentioned earlier, some brands want influencers to be ambassadors for their product. So you have this opportunity to work with different people, based on the message you're passing, or the culture or the movement you're promoting. So people want to relate with you on personal basis and both on the corporate base. So thank you for watching this video. These are the 5 P's that you need to include in your personal branding. Do this and you enjoy everything about the personal branding and reap the benefit from it. I remain Kekeboro. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And if you want more ideas and more tips about the personal branding, and you want to see how you can help your businesses with personal branding, click on the link below in the description. And anywhere you see this video, click on the link attached to it, and you start your personal branding journey. So see you in my next video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, share to people and loved ones and people that you know are into businesses and need to upgrade their businesses and also increase their revenue with personal branding. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Chi.